It's not having a
When was
bunch.
your when was your last relationship?
um, Relationship defined as we are monogamous. It's been some years. I've had plenty of situationships.
How many years?
Um, I can't even tell you. I don't even remember.
Do you want to get married?
I do want to get married. Yes.
So that's a problem, though.
Yeah, I need to be intentional about dating.
Well, it's a problem because if somebody's going to interview you,
Mhm.
you can't answer a question. How long your relationship is? Last relationship? That's a red flag.
True. True. I totally get that and understand.
So yeah, they're dogs.
Yeah, they're outside.
Okay.
I don't
All
have.
right. All right. She live in the PJs. Shout out to the PJs.
Yes, sir. You just found it. Intercourse with you. Let's chat.
Welcome to the Intercourse Show. I'm your host, Mr. B. Today we have a very exciting show for you. We are discussing or reacting to a Kevin Samuels interview where he interviews a 35-year-old modern woman. Haven't seen this one before, but let's go ahead and jump into it, see what it's about.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
Good. How old are you?
I'm 35.
All right. What's up with all these backup plans?
I've been told by my friends that I should have them, but I don't have the time or the energy to entertain multiple men. So
okay, you've been told by your female friends?
Yeah, my older ones, my younger ones. I'm like, it's not my lifestyle, and I don't believe in having backups. So,
are you involved in a relationship right now?
Nope, I'm single.
You have any kids?
No kids.
Is that a dog?
Maybe outside.
Oh, okay. So why were your friends trying to tell you to get a backup plan?
Maybe because the previous relationship or guy that I had been dealing with, it wasn't going the way that I wanted it to. So they just said, well, go explore other options. And
okay.
I mean, for me, I wanted to work that situation out. So I'm like, I'm not about to jump ship. I found a great guy. I want to see if this could go somewhere. If it can't, then we move on to the next. Not having a.
When was your last relationship?
Relationship defined as we are monogamous. It's been some years. I've had plenty of situationships.
How many years?
I can't even tell you. I don't even remember.
Do you want to get married?
I do want to get married. Yes.
So that's a problem, though.
Yeah, I need to be intentional about dating.
Well, it's a problem because if somebody's going to interview you, you can't answer a question. How long your relationship is? Last relationship? That's a red flag.
True. I totally get that and understand.
So, yeah, they're dogs.
Yeah, they're outside.
Okay.
I don't have.
All right. She live in the PJs. Shout out to the PJs.
I don't live in the PJs.
Yeah. No, seriously though. Okay, your last relationship, you were 35. Was it 10 years ago?
I'd say about a year ago.
Well, y'all were monogamous, committed.
Yes.
How long did it last?
It lasted about 6 months.
When was the last time you had a relationship over 2 years?
I have not.
I'm saying, how are you planning on being married?
I'm trying to figure that out. I mean, I have some work that I need to do on myself.
Okay.
And I plan on seeking that. And I'm not going to go into a relationship or pursue that if I don't feel like I'm in that space to give you the best of me. So.
You know what I feel like right now? I'm just hearing words.
That's completely fine.
Because what I'm hearing is I'm listening just to the structure. I can't tell you when the last time I was in a relationship, which implies years and years ago, and then you said it was just last year. Okay, those two things don't line up. How long were you together? 6 months. That's short. When was the last time you had a relationship over 2 years? In 35 years? Never. Then where are the relational muscles? And then you say, well, I want to get married, but I'm not doing any work. You're running out of time.
Oh, no, I said I was doing work. I'm working on it.
You're in therapy right now?
No, it's not in my budget, but I just moved and I have a lot that's going on. So it's definitely in the next month.
So I need you to understand, there is a clock on women for relationships. How much time do you think the average 35-year-old woman has?
Oh, no, I know I'm running out of time.
Do you want children?
I do.
Then you're certainly running out of time.
I'm aware.
Budget or not, see how that works?
No, I completely understand what you're saying, where you're coming from. But I know that I have. I know that I've not been with my relationship. Other things.
I know what's going on.
I mean, I can
just happen.
Completely understand what you're saying and what I need to work on.
Well, the thing is, you kind of remind me of a woman I just had a conversation with, and she's 35 years old too. And so many women, you say the right things, but you give the impression that you'll be the exception to the rule. Like, I get it, but I'm running out of time. But the way you talk about it, or you live in your life, or what you're doing, implies that I'll be the exception. At 35, and no relational skills. And most OBGYNs don't recommend carrying a child past age 42.
Yes, I'm aware.
So, all right. So all this stuff is coming together. You're saying my budget, this and that. All right. How's it going to get? Because here's the thing. If it doesn't get fixed, are you prepared to live the rest of your life alone?
I am.
Okay.
I'm a realist. I get it. I get that I'm 35. I don't look it, but at the end of the day,
well, I would say
it may not be in the cards for me.
Well, I don't think it's not in the cards. You got, how many jobs do you have?
I don't have the best track record, no.
How many jobs do you have?
How many jobs do I have?
Mm-hmm.
I have 3, and I'm about to start a full-time job.
Are you an actress or something?
No, I model. I'm a women's wear designer, and I've been working. I'm about to manage a pop-up.
Okay. All right. So I gotta be still. You got to invest in what's important.
Yes.
You got to do what's important first. So modeling this, that's and so forth, because you can be an attractive woman, but if your relational skills don't work, you won't be there.
No.
So it's like, so I hear this too often. This is why when I say the kind of women that high value men tend to avoid: attorneys, physicians, psychiatrists, nurses, creatives, massage therapists, stylists, nail technicians, all have a lot of the same things in common. And I hope you can find a way to fit it into your budget, because there are some things that I think you will be able to discover if you sit down with somebody. And you don't want time to actually. Okay, we're starting to have a bad connection over there.
Okay, that was Kevin Samuels. Really quick clip of him interviewing a young lady. My take is that she's just hasn't really planned ahead. She seems like she's just reacting to the dating world and not really making much of an effort to be deliberate about dating. From what I'm hearing about her, she acknowledges that there's some issues. There's some things that she knows she can work on to just be a better catch or to just be a bit more appealing. She's not lacking in the areas of her beauty. She's a very beautiful lady. But at the same time, I think the skills necessary that men ultimately want in their wives might be slacking a little bit. Part of it is the fact that she seems young to me. I don't know. She just doesn't seem mature and ready to settle down and settle in with a guy. Another thing too could be the judgment. Like, what kind of guys does she settle with, right? If she's kind of going for the same type of guys, then naturally she's trying to make something work with a guy that's not compatible with her. And it ultimately crashes and burns every time. To me, I just feel like she needs to really kind of ask herself what she wants. And then she has to start moving according to those things that she says she wants. Case in point, if you want a guy that maybe has Christian values or is structured or is more of a corporate guy, then you have to kind of move in corporate circles. You're probably not going to meet a lot of corporate guys in the club scene or in different places where corporate guys don't tend to be. If she wants to essentially be someone's wife, it might behoove her to actually get some therapy to deal with some of those traumas and things that she may have had from past relationships and from her childhood. Also, just having the skill sets that a man would want in a wife. Can you cook? Can you maintain a house? Can you, be supportive? Can you encourage your man? Can you be there for him? Can he rely on you? Can you assist him? These are things that you'll learn. So, for instance, if your man's an entrepreneur and he's a businessman and he has ambitions to do some things, he may need assistance with the details. So you may learn some administrative things to help keep him orderly, to help keep him on schedule, to help keep him right. Those things add value to the man and not take away from him, right? Wanting to be engaged in whatever his vision is and trying to figure out how you can fit in, right? Making yourself available in that sense. I knew a friend years ago. This guy was a celebrity producer, and he had a wonderful wife who essentially would do everything for this man. If it meant she would stay up late to help him through the presentation that he had to give in the morning, she's doing it. She was traveling with him. She had kids with him. She would do whatever it took just to be available for her man, because she never didn't want him to feel that she wasn't supporting him. When I would go over there to work on some projects with them, or, some branding projects and things of that nature, she'd be up. Guys, do you want a meal? She would cook a meal for us while we were working, all while she's nursing her kid. She never had an excuse. She was always available. And I remember just observing this as a young man and thinking to myself, wow, what a phenomenal woman. What a woman who, to me, is worth every bit of anything that man can offer her. And what was interesting is that man would not trade his wife in for the world. He loved that woman with all his heart. And I could see why, is because when he was on the battlefield fighting to get his family a better life, she was right there by his side. So it meant a lot to him. So the idea that he would betray her or, trade her in for some cheap thrill was never something that even crossed his mind. I understand it, because typically when people struggle together, they have common grounds and they stay together, right? It's just a fact of life. So I think for her, the feedback that I'm getting is that she's a little maybe young-minded. She hasn't really matured to a point where she's prepared to be in a relationship. I think she gives off very good feminine energy. She's very attractive, but at the same time too, it goes beyond that. Relationships go beyond that. It's not just about the attraction, but it's also about substance. What do you bring to the table? How can you help? How can you be an asset to your man? And these are things that you have to sort of deal with. And I think that's what Kevin was trying to point out to her is, listen, you have to have a sense of urgency. You have to take some initiative to get yourself prepared for the man that you want. If you know you're emotionally damaged from prior relationships and you're expecting a better man, what are you going to do if he shows up tomorrow and you still have emotional damage from your last relationship? It's only going to hinder that relationship from growing to something bigger or something better. So if you can do more to redirect your relationship or to fix those issues that you know are there before the next man gets there, take every effort to do that. It's no different than someone who wants a better career. They'll take efforts to go back to school. They will get training. They will join different networking groups and try to make new friends in the areas that they're trying to excel in. And ultimately, it's meant to get them better prepared for the position and the roles they want, so that those things can be more attractive to them, so they can be more qualified for those things. In the same way, ladies, if you're looking for a man that you think is suitable for marriage, then there are certain things that may appeal to him. And in these particular cases, this isn't just a woman who wants to get married. She wants to marry a particular type of man, which is a high value man, a man who represents less than 3% of the population. You know, these are guys who have options up the wazoo in terms of women, especially when you're an older woman now competing with younger women, in addition to other older women like yourself. The things that make you stand out have to make you stand out. Besides the beauty, what else do you do good? Men love to eat. Can you cook a good meal? Men love a supportive woman. Men love a woman who's there. Men love a woman who's loyal. Men love a woman who show up for them. Those are things that you can use to differentiate yourself. So that's my take on that particular interview. I do apologize. I think there was a few clips where the signal was going in and out. But for those of you who's not connected to the show, I ask that you like and subscribe and stay connected and let your voice be heard. All right? Yours truly signing out.